Okay, hello everyone, welcome along to Agile NZ TV Live. I'm joined by Charlie Gavey here, who's a delegate at the event. How are you doing, Charlie?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very well. You having a good time?
It's been a lot of fun so far.
Yep. What's the presentation that stuck with you the most so far?
Probably hearing from Analytics around sort of data democracy, I think she called it.
Yep.
So getting a data-driven culture in the project around gov.uk.
Yep.
And it was sort of the challenge of getting a data-driven culture across the organisation. So rather than having your data analysts in the corner focusing on pushing reports back to the organisation and getting information into, I guess, a spreadsheet graveyard that never actually gets acted on.
So any spreadsheet is a spreadsheet graveyard, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
I was sort of ticking through my spreadsheets being like, there's definitely some graveyards there.
Yeah.
And how you can encourage everyone in the team to be actioning those insights.
Yeah.
And I think there were a few people who were feeling a little bit guilty, like maybe they're taking their data and putting it in a spreadsheet
Hiding
somewhere.
It away yeah. Oh, cool. So I'm talking to Lana soon, hopefully, so that'll be good to talk to her about that. So you're a Scrum Master with Snapper, is that right?
I am, Yep. Recently joined, 1 month in.
Nice. So plenty of opportunities to take stuff back and kind of implement it. Is there something which you've sort of thought to yourself, oh yeah, that's a really cool idea, I can't wait to get back and do that in my day-to-day work?
I think hearing from the idea of security was interesting.
Right.
So I know the person who gave the talk on security, who was it?
Laura Bell.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know she's done some work with Snapper in the past.
Oh, right, cool.
I think a bit of consulting, so it was really interesting to hear
Her side
from
of
the
story.
person who presumably had a big input into the approach Snapper's using, and I think that gave me a bit of better understanding of how we do things at Snapper.
Right,
Yeah.
cool. That's nice. So the theme of this conference is really around transformation. Do you have like a significant moment in your career that's helped you transform your thinking that kind of stands out above all the others?
I think it was when I was working at an agency and I was running a waterfall project, but I'd just come from a very, very agile background, and I realised that just because the project was waterfall didn't mean that I couldn't take some of the concepts and add value to the project. And so we started a backlog, and they loved that, and so scope creep stopped happening, because every time someone had a great idea, we were capturing it, we were getting it on the backlog, and I think that was the moment when I realised that I didn't need to be working in a capital A agile job to be getting value from all the stuff I've learned.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because the small A agile stuff can work in wherever you can make it happen. Absolutely.
Like one of the speakers was saying this morning, taking the parts of the framework that work for you.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to take a framework part and parcel
and try
slap
and
it across
adapt
your
it.
organisation.
And ultimately that probably won't work because yours is a different situation to where that framework was instigated. Cool. I guess one final question, what's the one theme that's really run throughout this conference in your experience so far?
I felt like the talks I've been to have been pretty like wide-ranging.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say there's been a single theme across them. But I think definitely that one aspect of taking what works for you, so understanding that your situation, your organisation is going to be different. They're going to be at a different stage of agile.
Yeah.
So all those learnings around the teal and the orange, trying to figure out not just where you want to be, but where you are currently.
Yeah.
It might not be best to come in at this level and try and enforce all of this stuff, this whole framework at this point. Take your wins where you can.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Charlie, thanks so much for talking
No
to
worries
us.
at all.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Will do.